Yo, what's up guys? This is JoeCrush and today we're back with a anti-Clive video. We're teaching you how to mog back on Clive. And fortunately in this matchup, it actually seems pretty good for Jack. He does seem pretty strong Clive, but a lot of his moves can get Gamma Howled punished very effectively. So I got about 8 moves here. I'm going to show you. We're going to start off with the sidestep 2-1. So good players for the most part are going to just kind of do the first hit and hit confirm. So if they're just doing that, you can actually get the forward 1 punish. You can also get the Gamma Howled too. And I will show that probably the most consistent Gamma Howled parry here would be just a Gamma Howled 2, because that'll go through both hits if they do both hits. If you try to do anything else besides that, you know, he just kind of gets hit out of it with the second hit. So yeah, it's best to just do the armor. The 2 punishes if he does a single hit, punishes if he does both hits. But I'd recommend the 2 there, but if you think they're just going to do the first hit only, you can go for the launch. That's going to be for the first attack, sidestep 2-1. Also, of course, you can launch punish it, -15. So if they're dumb enough to finish it, which I do myself sometimes, just go ahead and launch them, -15. The next one we have is going to be forward 2. So this one's a pretty good move, a little bit linear. It's a little hard to step as Jack maybe. Yeah, you can sidestep it right, sidewalk it right. You can also Gamma Howled parry launch it. This move's pretty good. It's a counter hit launcher. They get Zantetsuken charge. So they're going to be spamming that a good amount if they want to build up their Zantetsuken. But you can parry it pretty well and get that launch. That's going to be for forward 2, another move, a classic key move you can launch. Next we have back 2, and yeah, this move is being spammed left and right. A long range high with Phoenix follow-ups. It pretty much confirms into everything he does, so just so much potential with that. Of course, it's a high. Oh, let's put it on. It's a high, so you can of course just duck it. Of course, it opens you up to getting hit by other mids. Also have the armor built in, just to show you that even if they try to do armor, it doesn't allow him to go into that stance, and he just gets launched. Yeah, unfortunately, can't get no anything else besides that. But the Gamma Howled forward 1. Oh, I put forward 1. Yeah, the Gamma Howled forward 1 punish is pretty good there. And then for the next one, we have 1+2. So this move is tough. It pretty much tracks for Jack against Jack. I've been trying to even like step block it, and even like at distance, like back here, it'll hit me. So yeah, not really possible to step. What you can do is you can punish it with the Gamma Howled 4. Gamma Howled 1 does not work here. Of course, you can try to interrupt it. It's pretty fast at 13 frames. It is safe, so it's one hell of a move. So the only way, yeah, I could really counter that with Jack is to Gamma Howled 4 it, or just try to beat it out at 13 frames, which is risky because how fast it is. But yeah, just gonna have to get the Gamma Howled 4 there. Not much you could do about that one, at least for now. So the next one we have forward 1+2, and this is the move everyone's talking about. It's basically the new like Noctis forward 1+2, heat engager, tracks, safe, all that good stuff. -8. Fortunately for though, we can heavily counter mog this. I'm going to show you right here. We can launch with forward 2 or down forward 2. So you're just going to parry, wait, let for those 2 hits to hit you. The second one is going to let you recover super quick, and you can buffer in a forward 2. I missed it there. Let me try again. Oh, I'm a little bit rusty. Let's try again. Yeah, you want to do that forward 2 like in the middle of the parry, kind of buffer it in. That's going to be like the harder version of the punish. It's also easier to just get a down forward 2. And that can be huge damage. So it's how much Clives are going to be spamming this attack. It's going to be super worth it to get the timing on it, parry it. Of course, you can also just do the generic Gamma Howled launch. That's also solid if you want to do that. Just be careful you don't punish too early, or else the second hit will hit you. Yeah, the fact that we can not only just get a launch, we could style on them with a forward 2. It's a little bit hard. It's pretty tight. But I think most of the time I like to go for the down forward 2 charge. Seems like the easiest one. Yeah, super huge option right there for us. I can't wait to actually put that to use. It's gonna be so good. And as for tracking, yeah, it tracks super well. So that's you're just gonna have to armor that one. But that's alright, we can really kill him for that. Next, we have back 1+2 armor. And this move, speaking of range, is crazy far range. Yeah, super far. Up close, you can punish with a Volcano Buster. It is minus 14 armor attack. So we can get the full Volcano Buster punish up close. Oop, drop. And with this combo show, you can get half-life. So if you're able to pull this off, you can definitely make Clive pay for it. Get a nice little combo like that. Then it starts to become a problem more so at the farther ranges. Kind of like mid-range, you can still punish it effectively with back 1+2. Maybe even like forward 1-1, some of its generic 14 frames. I'd probably stick to back 1+2 just to make sure I get something there at like far range. But unfortunately, like when he really hits it like tip range, oh, that was still pretty far a hit. Let's see, like right here, yeah, it'll whiff like that. So just have to be wary of that. At the tip range, it might just bait you into whiffing your punish. So probably just, you know, don't go for anything. Maybe just try to close the distance. Maybe go in for a low. Just be aware you don't want to whiff that and get punished either. But just be very careful at tip range. It kind of sucks that it's so good like that, but it is what it is. So next we'll move on to down 1+2. So down 1+2, it's a counter hit launcher. Safe at -6, which is pretty good. He could set up armor attacks, parries out of that. And it tracks pretty well. It was really good pushback. I'll show you it right here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that move is pretty good. I will say you can like step block this. It doesn't really have any tracking. So if you're kind of like stepping a few moves into it, you're able to move it. At a regular sidestep, not so much. It's kind of hard, but you need to kind of get an extra step block in there. Make it whiff and get a launch. So that's one way to counter it. Another main way to counter it is if you just get the parry, another full forward 1 launch. So another option we can just really kill Clive for if we get his timing into a full launch combo. Like such. Huge damage, half-life for swinging at the wrong time. But definitely try to keep that on lock. With the pushback 2, it is super annoying. So at -6 is common setups for people to do counter hit launchers after that. Armor after that. Different kind of parries after that. So yeah, very important that you either step block, punish, or yeah, gamma howl that one. The next one we're gonna cover is gonna be down back 1. So down back 1, it's a tracking, splat, and counter hit launcher. It's a safe high. I'll show it to you right here. It's the Bahamut Dragon, and on like paper it seems kind of good. It doesn't seem like that crazy, but on hit it gives you that huge damage. And furthermore, on counter hit, it gives him a full counter hit launcher. But it's really good. One way, of course, you can beat it, of course, is just ducking. But again, if you're able to parry this, you get another huge forward 1 launch. So a lot of these moves that end up being like safe, that Clives are going to spam on us as Jack players, but they don't know about the Mog. Once we parry them, there's so many different ways we can launch them in this matchup. So these are some of the main ones, some of his key tools that I want you to start gamma howling, punishing. Don't let him get away with it. And yeah, that's gonna be it for the first part of this video. Next, we're gonna move on to the Phoenix stance. So let's go ahead and move on to that. All right, guys, we're back with the next part of the video. So this one is a doozy. It took me a lot of time, but I'm gonna try to simplify it as much as I can. And so this is gonna be an anti-Phoenix stance Mog. But just a quick rundown. His fastest moves out of Phoenix is these two. Or these three actually. The Phoenix 2, which is the mid into all the different kinds of slashes. Also has a heat modifier. And then the Phoenix 4, the little low dash in. That's also 15 frames. And then tying that with the third one, the 2+3 or the heat smash, will also be 15 frames. So those are the first off the 3 fastest moves. The second fastest moves are gonna be the 21 frame Phoenix 1, the armor, and the Phoenix 2, the low sweep. Those are both 21 frames. And then we got the last category of moves, the 2 slower attacks. Got these right here. The Phoenix 1+2, it's the really good tracking heat engager fire attacks at 23 frames. And then we have the Phoenix 3+4 at 28 frames. And this one, I mean, that move is probably the worst one. It's so easily interruptible in every single transition. So first, here's all the transitions. May look like a lot, but let's try to simplify it. As you can see, there is a lot of +6 interactions. So I went ahead and got a few option selects for the +6. And then also there is a few different negative frame situations on block. And I went ahead and got y'all some option selects for those. And then finally, the third category will be the Mega +14. And those you pretty much just have to take the mix unless they're doing some of the super slow moves, such as the Phoenix 1+2 and the Phoenix 3+4. So first off, I'm gonna go right here. On negative frames, you can option select with down back 1 or down 2-1 with Jack. So here's the 3 options here. So first off, he's doing 2-2 into a Phoenix, and this is his least negative transition on block. Besides some of the other ones that ends up in mid-highs you can duck that are super plus. Those you just gotta duck, but this is like one of the only ones where you kind of have to hold in that -1. The other ones are all way slower. So, I mean, these option selects are going to work for the -3, the -5s, and the other -5s. So the 2-2 to -1. I'll show you the different options here. He's doing 2-2 into the armor, 2-2 into the 2. And then let's see if we can get a 2-2 into the low. Do the low, Clive. Oh, he just seems like he wants to do mids. There you go. That's the low. All right, so now every time he does that, even on the -1, you can do the down 1, down 2-1. See how it stopped him right there. Down back 1. 4-2 is also somewhat decent, but it's just, you can see the low is going to interrupt me. The armor can interrupt me too. The 4-2 only works on more like the -5 situations. 4-2 is just not consistent, so I wouldn't recommend going for it all the time. It does work every now and then. Still decent, but yeah, definitely want to stick to more of the down 2-1 and the down back 1. So that's going to be for when you're there on negative frames, and that includes the 1-1 forward, the 2-2 forward, the wall standing 4 forward, and the 4-2-2 forward. All of those, if you ever block them and go into Phoenix, always do down back 1 or down 2-1, and they can't do anything about it. Even if they just dash in, say like right here, into nothing, they can't really block right there. So they're just forced to kind of get hit. You can't low parry. And even if they do nothing, they can get by 4-2. So yeah, not a good idea to do that when you don't have the frames. So next, my next kind of option select is going to be at the +6 situations. So these are huge. At +6, you can Gamma Howl parry the Phoenix 2, the Phoenix 1+2, and the Phoenix 1. So let me see if I have those labbed up here. So that's the armor for the 1. I'm +6 here. Again, +6 right there with the armor. Even on hit, we can just Gamma into a full launch. Let me see what else I got over here. So let me just go ahead and do this. So the next one at +6, we can just do, like, for example, a forward 4-2 into a 1. Oh, I already did that one. Let's do a forward 2 into the 1+2. I'm gonna do on hit, Gamma Howl, and for the Phoenix 1+2, let me block that. For the Phoenix 1+2, you're gonna kind of hold it, just wait till both hits are done. And once both hits are done, you have plenty of time to go for a launch. You can even get the 4-4-2, Mega Punish, Mega Mog on him. You can get big damage from that. On hit, a +6 every time. So the 1, you get the armor launch. For the 1+2, you also get big 4-4-2 launch. And now for the last one, we'll do the Phoenix 2. Forward 4-2, 2. And that's the quickest option right here too. +6 into the 15 frames. So we can't really interrupt with anything like a normal attack. Luckily, we have armor. Unfortunate thing about this is that the second hits usually come out so slow that we can't really tank both hits. We just get hit out. So what you're gonna have to do here is go ahead and do an armor attack. You can do the Gamma Out 2, or you can do Bubble Burst. So again, we'll just show it for stakes purposes. Another +6 situation. We can do 1-1 on hit. 1-1. Let's do 1-1. Forward 1. Boom. +6. Launch. Let's do another one. Let's do Rising 4 into 2. This one you might see a lot. Super quick transition. Rising 4 into 2-2. We just armor through. So that's how you can Gamma Howl the Phoenix 2, the Phoenix 1+2, and the Phoenix 1. Furthermore, at +6, we could actually move with Jack. So let's go ahead and do this. At +6, every single +6 situation, we can sidestep sweep. That's not sweep. There you go. But check this out. On hit, +6, sidestep, sidewalk. Not this way, we'll get tracked that way. But every single +6 situation, just boom, let it rip. Same thing applies for the mid. With the same speed, at least, the 1. Let's do 1-1 +6 into forward 1. Check this out. On hit, sidestep to the left. I'm all the way at his back. You can get a back turn grab there. Oh, he just got the spank. That's pretty sick too. Yeah, +6, we could actually sidewalk left pretty well against the 2 of the second fastest moves, which are pretty good to mix. Yeah, and I have it right here. Can option select both with sidewalk left at +6. That's super huge. Good. That's super huge tech. The only thing they can try to stop your step is like the quicker moves, but the quicker moves we can armor. The only thing is that you're gonna have to take that mix with a low. But at the point, it's just like a 50-50. Do you armor or do you low parry the lows? The Phoenix 4. The Phoenix 4 as well. You can, of course, block. Oops. You can block into a crouch grab. So sometimes, when you're on hit, you will have to get that called out. You can low parry it on hit. You can block into punish. Oh, there you go. For some reason, that first hit didn't work. Block, grab. There you go. That's really the only thing that can really pester you. But yeah, just turn it into a 50-50. Either Gamma Howl the mids or low parry the low. And then, of course, you can start sidewalking left, some of the slower options. And then if they try to track you, then you can just mog through with the armor. Let's see what else here. So I got this, yeah, it's pretty much pretty good option selects. I think the last thing I just want to talk about over here is +14s. So let me get a +14 going. A +14 would be like the down forward 1-2. Or another one would be like the 4-4. And the good thing about both of these is that although they're +14, of course, they both are mid-highs. So you can duck them. They do have some mid mix-ups to go for, but that's one way you can counter them. But then it's the same situation, on block with the +6. Same thing with the +6. 4-4-1. Even on block, I can sidewalk it to the left. You can't do that one. I can options like with down back 1 here at least. On +14, yeah, you can't do nothing about that. You can sidestep. I'm having a hard time sidestepping. Yeah, so sidewalk left is a really, really good option. But yeah, a lot of times at +14, you're gonna have to hold the mix. Except the only thing you could do at +14 is you can still parry the 1+2 if they go for that. The 1+2 is surprisingly slow. It's really, really good, but that seems to be one huge con to it. Even on +14 on hit, Gamma Howl, Forward 4-2. Try again. Boom. So yeah, anytime they go for the forward 1 plus the Phoenix 1+2, you can just parry it really easily and get a huge punish. So they're kind of stuck down to their quicker options. But like I said, on block, you can option select those. On hits, just really have to deal with the mid or low mix up. But the armor, the Gamma Hao works really well. Hopefully this helps you out. I know it's a lot of info to take in, but I wanted to break down a few different counters. But let's just run through them again. On negative frames, you can option select with down back 1 or down 2-1. Forward 2 occasionally, just don't get high crushed with the Phoenix 4. At +6, the Gamma Hao parry works for the Phoenix 2, Phoenix 1+2, and the Phoenix 1. They all have different punishes, so you just gotta practice them. The Phoenix 2, you gotta do the armor through. The Phoenix 1+2, you gotta just chill, absorb both attacks, and mega punish with forward 4-2 or down 4-2. Easy, either one. And then the Phoenix 1, that one, you just do the Gamma Hao forward 1 launch. Yeah, definitely just do some drills with that. And then again, just, you know, at +6, feel free to sidewalk left all day, every day. Especially you can avoid the health sweeps. You can also avoid on block a lot of the lows. Just for a quick example, let's do like, yeah, the 1-1. Let's do the 2-2 into this 4. Two into the 4. I sidestep to the left as well. The sidewalk left seems to be really, really good against Phoenix stance. But yeah, that's gonna cover it for now. I'm recording this as right before they're about to leave to CEOtaku, so it's a little bit rushed. But I hit the lab real quick and gathered what I could, and hopefully it's some use to y'all. And let me know if you want to see some more anti-tech against other characters. Pretty sure I'll do more, especially you know, with other tough matchups I got. But yeah, glad we could start with Clive. Glad I could help you all with Clive. Please leave a like, leave a subscribe, and a comment. That would be super nice. And I catch you boys on the next one. Peace out.